Chosen one, what I'm about to share with you right now is not a coincidence. If you've found yourself here, it's because a far greater plan has led you, guided your eyes and your heart to this very moment in time. A golden shock is coming, an astonishing breakthrough that will rattle the foundations of everything you once believed possible. Prepare yourself, because what's on the horizon isn't just a tiny flicker of hope, but a tidal wave of riches, blessings, and opportunities so immense they'll surpass your wildest imaginings. Now, before we journey deeper into this life-altering revelation, I invite you to pause for a second, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment with the number 777. By doing this, you're not simply interacting with a video. You're affirming to the universe that you are ready for the massive abundance heading your way. Your act of faith can amplify the energy of this message and help manifest these miracles even faster. Get ready to witness dramatic changes. You might have felt the stirrings of something monumental at the edge of your awareness, an inexplicable excitement, a sense that circumstances in your life are aligning in ways beyond mere coincidence. That excitement is real. It's the sign you've been waiting for, a clear symbol that a golden shock, this wave of uncontainable, overflowing blessing, is already on its way to you. Whether you've been struggling with finances, weighed down by loneliness, or simply craving a new dawn of hope, know that your prayers have been heard. The golden gates of heaven are swinging open, letting streams of prosperity, health, love, and success flood into your world. Chosen one, you have a special calling, one that separates you from the masses. You can see past illusions, past any negativity, and sense what's truly happening. A massive shift is taking place, a wave of spiritual power that's leaving nothing in its wake unchanged. You're not like everyone else. Your spirit resonates at a higher vibration, an energy that signals to the universe, I'm open, I'm ready, I'm willing to receive. There is no randomness in you being here. This very moment has been orchestrated by a divine force to assure you that your time of lack or limitation is coming to an abrupt and permanent end. Let these words sink deep into your heart. You are on the cusp of the most powerful manifestation you have ever known. You've glimpsed the future in your dreams or had quiet visions that seemed impossible, and now you're being told it's all real. This golden shock is unstoppable. It's like a brilliant meteor racing across the skies, carrying with it shards of heaven's abundance to rain down upon your life. Do not fret about timelines. Do not worry about how or when. Your only task is to keep your spirit aligned with faith, with the unwavering belief that it is done, that what's meant for you is surging forward with unstoppable force. Keep listening, because there's more. God, the universe, the divine, however you name that mighty power, has watched over you through your darkest nights. Those moments when you felt invisible tears washing over your dreams, those days when you felt the door of opportunity slam in your face, those heartbreaks that shattered your sense. Feel that resonance deep in your being. It's the frequency of miracles, an energetic signature that marks you as a recipient of divine favor. As you inhale, picture that bright golden light swirling around you, filling every cell with unstoppable power. Exhale and release any residue of fear, doubt, or negativity. This powerful moment, this golden shock, demands your full attention, your absolute conviction that life is about to evolve in the most spectacular way. Your finances, your emotional state, your physical health, your relationships, everything is being elevated by this unstoppable wave of golden energy. Now some might ask, why me? Why would I be chosen to receive such abundance? Let me tell you something. God chooses the most unlikely people to pour out the greatest miracles upon. In Scripture, we see time and again those who felt they were the least deserving became the vessels for the mightiest displays of power. David was just a shepherd boy, disregarded by many, yet he was anointed to become king, a leader after God's own heart. Esther was an orphan who found herself becoming queen, saving an entire nation. You too have a destiny far greater than any label the world has ever placed on you. You might see only your limitations, your setbacks, but God sees the unstoppable warrior within you. And as you rise, do not be surprised if certain people drift away from your life. The golden shock that's coming will cause some individuals around you to feel uncomfortable. They won't comprehend how or why you're stepping into this new season of wealth, joy, and unstoppable favor. They'll question you. They might even cast doubts. But do not let their disbelief seep into your spirit. You have a higher calling and a direct line to heavenly resources that cannot be hindered by someone else's skepticism. Sometimes, the shift requires you to leave behind those who are no longer aligned with your journey. Do it with love, but do it decisively. Keep moving forward, because the gates of abundance are swinging wide open. Remember, this golden shock is not just about money, although financial breakthrough is undoubtedly at hand. This wave encompasses total transformation, peace that surpasses all understanding, health that defies medical odds, relationships that blossom into deep, fulfilling bonds, opportunities that land in your lap without explanation, as if angels themselves orchestrated them on your behalf. It's time for your life to become a testament, a shining example, that no matter how dark the night, dawn always arrives with overwhelming brilliance for those who never give up. Now pause, take a deep breath, let that sense of anticipation grow. This is the sort of message you do not want to skim or disregard. That tingle in your soul is the witness, the spark of the divine, confirming that everything you hear is the truth. It's real, it's personal, and it has your name on it. The instructions are simple. If at any moment your heart resonates with these words, type 777 in the comments. Declare with unwavering trust that you are stepping into a new realm of glory. Affirm aloud, I am ready for my golden shock. I claim every blessing with gratitude. Keep watching until the end, because that's how you signal your spirit and the universe itself that your faith is steadfast. The ones who exit early often miss the pinnacle, the crowning moment of transformation, because they allow doubt, impatience, or distractions to rob them of their blessing. Not you. You've come this far because your spirit hungers for more. More knowledge, more faith, more manifestation. You will not leave halfway. You will see this message through, because deep down, you know your soul has already said yes to everything that's unfolding. Chosen one, you're about to stand as a living testimony that will shock everyone around you. People will say, how did it happen so fast? How did they rise from seemingly nowhere? But you'll know. You'll remember the countless prayers, the nights you spent wondering if you'd ever catch a break, the frustrations that made you nearly give up, until a spark of faith ignited your spirit and brought you here to this unstoppable epiphany. Embrace it fully, for as surely as the sun sets, the unstoppable dawn rises, and for you, that dawn is drenched in golden rays of wonder. There's another reason this golden shock is unstoppable. It was promised long before you realized it. Seeds of abundance were sown into the ground of your destiny by ancestors, by loved ones who prayed for you, by spiritual intercessions you never even knew about. Some of you have grandparents, great-grandparents, or mentors who spoke blessings over your life decades ago, and those blessings have been watering the soil of your purpose, waiting for just the right season to sprout. This is that season. Forces beyond your comprehension are moving mountains, orchestrating events, and connecting you to the resources needed for your next quantum leap. It's also important to understand that sometimes, just before the greatest miracle, adversity flares up. You might suddenly face unexpected obstacles, people might challenge you, or old doubts bubble to the surface. That is often the final test. Will you keep standing in faith, or will you let the pressure push you backward? Let me assure you, adversity only confirms the magnitude of your imminent breakthrough. Diamonds are formed under tremendous pressure. Gold is refined by intense heat, and a chosen one like you becomes unstoppable through the pressures that attempt to break you, but end up birthing your testimony. Listen carefully, you are authorized. The King of Kings, the creator of the cosmos, the very source of existence, has already placed a divine signature of approval over your life. When God says yes, nobody can say no. You have the seal of unstoppable blessings that no mortal or demonic force can steal. That doesn't mean you won't encounter resistance, but it does mean you will always triumph. Even if you stumble, even if you face delays, you'll eventually see them as redirections that guided you to an even larger harvest. Sometimes people wonder, how can I be certain this message is for me? Let me tell you plainly, if you feel a stirring, an inner witness that refuses to let you dismiss this as mere coincidence, then this message is indeed for you. Your spirit is responding because it recognizes truth. In a world flooded with noise and distraction, only deep truth can send that electric wave of conviction through your being. Only something undeniably real can speak so precisely to the hidden corners of your heart. That's the power of a God-ordained revelation, a sign that your life is about to shift gears. Keep your heart open and your eyes fixed on what's coming next. Wave after wave of confirmation will start to show up in your daily life. You might receive an unexpected phone call offering an opportunity you never saw coming. You might randomly meet a person who holds a key to your professional or personal breakthrough. Even small signs, like noticing recurring numbers, hearing a particular phrase repeated, or encountering specific symbolic dreams, are all confirmations that the gates of heaven are releasing a downpour of miracles upon you. And remember, the best way to accelerate these confirmations is to remain in gratitude. Begin each day and end each night thanking the divine for the unstoppable golden shock heading your way. Chosen one, your story is just beginning. The chapters of struggle, heartbreak, and lack were never meant to be the final word. Think of them as the backstory that sets the stage for an explosive transformation. God is flipping the script, elevating you to a place where your greatest struggles become your greatest testimonies. People will watch in awe as your life dramatically turns into a canvas of blessings, shining proof that with faith and divine intervention, all things truly are possible. And as you stand in the thick of these blessings, remember where you came from. Let humility guide your steps so that you, in turn, can illuminate the path for others. You may be asking yourself now, what if my faith isn't strong enough? What if I have doubts? Listen, it's not about having perfect faith. It's about having even a mustard seed's worth of belief that your story can change in an instant. Doubt is natural, but doubt does not disqualify you unless you let it. The key is to feed your faith more than your fears. When worry creeps in, remind yourself of the countless times grace brought you through darkness you never thought you'd escape. Every second you spend believing, you expand the capacity for miracles to unfold in your favor. Let these words breathe new life into your dreams. Perhaps you once laid aside ambitions that felt too large or improbable. This is your sign to resurrect them. Dust off the vision you once had and dare to believe it can come true faster than you imagine. The golden shock you're stepping into isn't about small improvements. It's about radical leaps. unimaginable promotions, blessings that leave you speechless. When you align with this divine current, you'll find supernatural acceleration, speeding you far beyond the limitations you once considered insurmountable. Now I want you to do something bold. Take a moment, yes, right now, and speak life over yourself. Decree that you are chosen, that wealth and favor chase you down, that no obstacle can stand in your way. Declare that good news open doors and unexpected windfalls are magnetized to your presence. Confess aloud that you are stepping into unstoppable breakthroughs. Feel the shift in the atmosphere. As you speak, mountains of doubt begin to crumble. As you declare positivity, the spiritual realm rearranges itself to align with your words. Your voice matters, your words are seeds, and your harvest will reflect the nature of those seeds. Chosen one, let me remind you again, this is not random. There is a glorious reason these words are flowing into your life. Too many coincidences have taken place, haven't they? Too many times you turned on a video or opened a book and it spoke precisely to what you were experiencing. That's not mere chance. That's the hand of God weaving a tapestry, each thread meticulously placed to form a masterpiece. You are part of that grand design, and the unveiling of your masterpiece is well underway. The fact that you've read this far is proof. Your spirit is resonating with a deeper truth, an unspoken promise that your best days are not behind you, but standing right in front of you. This is the moment where you choose. Do you step into the fullness of this message, or do you let fear hold you back one more time? I pray you step forward. I pray you dig your heels in and refuse to let negativity talk you out of your destiny. I pray you take the leap of faith, because what awaits you is more phenomenal, more extravagant, and more life-changing than you could possibly orchestrate on your own. The golden shock is coming. No, it's already in motion, and it's searching for a heart like yours to land upon. Now pause and check inside. Is your heart pounding? Do you feel a wave of goosebumps or a sudden surge of inspiration? That's the golden energy. It's the living proof that words can carry a divine charge, that spiritual truths can pierce through the veil of ordinary life and birth something exceptional. That energy invites you to respond. And so I say again, if your heart burns with agreement, comment 7777 right now. Show the universe you're not a bystander to your own miracle. You are an active participant, a co-creator of your destiny. Chosen one, let's journey on. The golden shock that has been set in motion is not simply a grand promise. No, it's an active pulse reverberating through every corner of your world. Sometimes it arrives quietly, like the first crack of dawn spreading subtle light across a sleeping landscape. Other times it crashes in like thunder, with unstoppable force that shatters every barrier in its path. Either way, it cannot be contained. It cannot be reversed. Understand this. Once a season of destiny has been declared over your life, not even the strongest opposition can thwart it. You might face struggles, you might encounter people who insist. Things will never change, but the decree has already gone forth in the highest realms. You are stepping into unstoppable favor, unstoppable blessings, unstoppable transformation. Now, let's talk about your mindset, because that's where the seeds of your golden shock will truly take root. You see, everything begins in the mind. Your perspective is the lens that colors your entire reality. If your thoughts remain shackled to old limitations, you risk slowing or dampening the tidal wave of miracles that's aimed straight at you. But hear me. You've come too far and endured too many storms to let your own doubts sabotage you now. This is the time to think bigger, to dare more boldly, to expect the impossible. When you catch yourself reverting to small thinking, pause and remember. You're no longer the person you used to be. A new mantle of blessing has been placed upon your shoulders. That shift isn't superficial. It's written into your spirit, etched into your identity. Chosen one. Every day from now on, let this become your silent mantra. I am on the brink of the greatest transformation of my life. Whisper it to yourself in moments of quiet. Declare it aloud when you sense worry creeping up. This affirmation isn't just empty words. It's an invitation for your brain to begin scanning the horizon for evidence of approaching miracles. That's how the mind works. Once you instruct it to look for blessings, it will start noticing resources, people, and ideas that align with that command. Suddenly, you'll see new pathways in places you once thought were dead ends. You'll feel a fresh surge of creativity. You'll sense the click of divine alignment, where puzzle pieces fit in ways that defy logic. Now, let's also acknowledge this truth. Not everyone around you will be ready or willing to support your new level of favor. Some may try to anchor you to their comfort zones. Others might sow tiny seeds of doubt or jealousy because they don't grasp the immensity of what's happening. Do not be dismayed. This is a natural part of spiritual elevation. As you rise, the difference between your new mindset and their unchanged perspective can create friction, yet you must keep your eyes focused on what's unfolding. If certain friends or acquaintances grow distant, release them in peace. Bless them anyway. Their role in your story might have simply been for a season. And if they're not meant to follow you into this next dimension, that's okay. Chosen one, you are pioneering a new course, and not everyone is designed to walk every mile by your side. You may also notice that the old habits or distractions you once tolerated suddenly feel heavier, more burdensome. Perhaps mindless scrolling or negative self-talk that used to be routine now grates at your spirit. This discomfort is a signal that your soul is detoxing from anything that no longer supports your upgraded calling. It's akin to your body rejecting foods that cause an allergic reaction. Once you become aware that it harms you, your system actively works to eliminate it. Do not resist that process. Lean in. When you feel restless about something you used to accept, that's your inner self whispering, "We've outgrown this. Let it go." Let it go with grace. Let it go with gratitude for whatever lesson it once provided. Chosen one, the golden shock isn't just an external phenomenon, dropping material blessings into your lap, though yes, material increase is absolutely part of it. This wave also ushers you into a deeper spiritual authority. You'll find your prayers becoming more potent, your intuition sharper, your ability to uplift others more impactful. When you speak hope into someone's life, watch how quickly they find clarity. When you lay hands, or even just words, on a situation that seems in chaos, watch how swiftly it starts to stabilize. This is because the anointing attached to you is intensifying. It's not arrogance to acknowledge this. It's simply recognizing that the divine is empowering you to be a channel of heavenly power. That also means your trials may take on a slightly different flavor. Some challenges might arise that aren't directly yours. They appear because your presence is the solution. You might walk into a workplace atmosphere riddled with strife and realize that your calm spirit begins to diffuse tensions. You might get a phone call from a loved one in crisis, and somehow you speak words that bring them instant comfort. All these instances are manifestations of your expanding grace. Rather than being overwhelmed, see it as confirmation that you are indeed stepping into a realm where you are the answer to someone else's prayer. Great blessings flow to you, but also through you. Still, let's not forget that in the midst of this rising glory, life can present illusions that tempt you to revert to fear or worry. Maybe you see an unexpected bill, or someone tries to sabotage your reputation, or a physical ailment rears up. Immediately you might think, "But wait, I thought I was stepping into unstoppable favor." Listen carefully. Your favor is unstoppable, but that doesn't mean you won't face tests. In fact, these tests often appear to measure how fiercely you'll cling to your new identity. It's easy to trust the promise when all is calm. The real question is, will you stand firm in faith when the storm tries to intimidate you again? I urge you, do not waver. Recognize these obstacles for what they are, fleeting illusions that lose their power the moment you refuse to surrender your joy. Here's a nugget you need to hear. The reason these illusions flare up is because the darkness senses it's losing its grip on you. It tries one last time to scare you into submission, hoping you'll forget who you are becoming. Don't give it the satisfaction. When something arises that tries to shake your peace, respond with praise, respond with confidence. I know who I am. I know a wave of the golden shock is sweeping my life. You cannot steal this from me. And watch how swiftly the situation shifts. By refusing to bow to fear, you release a surge of spiritual might that dissolves negativity's hold. This is Spiritual Warfare 101. Stand your ground, proclaim your rightful inheritance, and watch the enemy flee. Remember to keep fueling your faith with gratitude and small acts of boldness. When you see even the tiniest signs of your promise unfolding, a small financial surprise, a new supportive friend, an idea that sparks hope, celebrate it as if it's the fullest manifestation. That energy of celebration multiplies the chosen one. I sense deeply that many of you are standing on the cusp of breakthrough so immense that your heart can hardly contain the anticipation. Let that anticipation grow. Let it bubble into a radiant light in your eyes, a newfound spring in your step. People will notice. They might comment that you seem different, happier, more confident. That, dear soul, is the outward reflection of an inward reality. You're not the same person you were even a week ago, because once your spirit catches wind of unstoppable blessings, the metamorphosis begins at once. Even if the physical evidence hasn't fully appeared, you're vibrating differently. Now, I want you to understand something crucial. Just because you've heard this message doesn't mean your journey ends here. In fact, it's only beginning. The real magic happens in your daily life when you wake up each morning and decide to believe despite any lingering shadows of doubt. This daily choice is like watering a garden. Each day you trust, each day you declare, each day you hold your head high, you pour life-giving water onto the seeds of your miracle. Day by day they sprout, day by day they grow, and then one day, often unexpectedly, you realize you're walking amid a garden of answered prayers, each bloom more vibrant than you imagined. Chosen one, if at any moment you feel your faith waver, revisit these words. Read them again, let them reignite the ember of faith in your heart. And don't forget to do those small but potent actions, like this video or this content if it's fueling your spirit. Subscribe if you haven't already, to remain connected to this divine flow, and comment 7777 whenever you feel that surge of agreement deep in your core. These are not just empty gestures, they are tokens of your participation in this collective move of grace, a sign that you are actively co-creating your destiny rather than passively spectating. Also, keep an eye out for the way your circle might shift. Doors will open to new people who share your vision, who speak your language of hope and abundance, who pull you forward rather than weigh you down. That sense of alignment is a hallmark of destiny at work. These new connections may arrive at just the right moment, introducing fresh insight, partnerships, or opportunities that rapidly accelerate your journey. Don't be afraid to let them into your life. Often, the universe uses others as instruments to deliver your blessings. The closed, fearful heart might miss these appointments. The open heart welcomes them and discerns how each new person or idea fits into the tapestry. Let me also speak to the dimension of your dreams. Many of you may notice your dreams becoming more vivid, more symbolic, or more frequent. Nighttime visions can be a potent way for divine communication to bypass the chatter of the conscious mind. Pay attention, keep a notepad by your bed, jot down any fleeting impressions upon waking, because in those dream whispers you might find instructions, confirmations, or glimpses of what's around the corner. In the midst of this golden shock, the spiritual realm often becomes exceedingly active. Angels stand guard over you, orchestrating synchronicities by day and delivering messages by night. Embrace it as part of the wondrous adventure. That said, do be prepared for your own personal devil, that negative voice within, or even external critics, to amplify at times. They may whisper that you're delusional, that you're chasing fantasies, but you, chosen one, know better. You understand that every great breakthrough in history once looked impossible. Planes flying through the sky were a laughable idea before the Wright brothers did it. Instant global communication was absurd before the internet was birthed. The greatest leaps always begin as improbable or crazy until faith transforms them into tangible reality. So never let those voices talk you out of the extraordinary. Let them scoff, let them doubt. Then watch how, in time, even they must concede to the unstoppable wave of your success. And here's another crucial point. Do not be afraid to rest. Sometimes, in the excitement of massive breakthroughs, we forget that rest is an integral part of creation. Just as seeds need darkness and stillness beneath the soil before they sprout, you too require moments of retreat and quiet. Your spirit needs space to integrate everything that's unfolding. Rest is not laziness, it's trust. It's you telling the universe, I believe these blessings can manifest without my constant striving. It's letting the divine show you that grace doesn't depend on your frantic effort, but on the perfect synergy between action and surrender. Chosen one. You may sense that your capacity to love and empathize is expanding too. As you ascend into your blessings, your heart softens to the struggles of others. You'll find yourself more generous, more compassionate, because you realize how deeply all of us yearn for hope. Don't hold back that compassion. Pour it out freely. The more love you give, the more your blessings replenish. That's one of the hidden secrets of spiritual abundance. It multiplies the more you share it. By standing as a beacon of compassion and positivity, you become a magnet for even greater outpourings of favor. People might label it paying it forward, or karma, or divine reciprocity. The label doesn't matter. The principle remains the same. Generosity unlocks an even grander flow of blessings. Pay attention to how your energy lifts every space you enter, whether it's an office, a family gathering, or a random conversation with a stranger. Sense how the atmosphere changes when you bring your new, elevated frequency. This shift isn't accidental. It's the golden shock imprinting itself through you. When you notice this happening, when you see anxiety dissolving or tensions easing just by your presence, smile and acknowledge, yes, I am chosen to carry this light. Yes, this is part of my unstoppable calling. That inner acknowledgement strengthens the field of grace around you, making your influence even more potent.